Hey, we are the Lab Doctors. I'm Amanda.
I'm Dorothy.
And I'm Zhao Yong.
We are biomedical researchers who realized we still have a lot to learn about science.
So why not join us on this quest?
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Lab Doctors podcast. So this week we're going to be talking about
I shouldn't be lazy in terms of EYE.
Wait, what? What's this? What's you?
Lazy eye.
Oh.
Okay, so today I'm talking about lazy eye, following up from the myopia episode that we did. So if y'all don't already know, I was diagnosed with lazy eye when I was young. So today I'll be talking about it, mixing it with a little bit of science and my personal experiences. So the medical term for lazy eye is amblyopia. This is a condition in which an eye has reduced vision. If it's unilateral amblyopia, then it affects one eye. However, it's also possible that amblyopia affects both eyes. It affects about 3 to 5% of children, and it's the leading cause of visual impairment in children. So I guess this is like, I always thought it's myopia, but I guess this is like because it's so early on in development compared to myopia that takes a few years to happen. Do you know anyone with lazy eye other than me?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of celebrities actually have lazy eye. Just we don't actively notice
I think
it.
once you see it, you can't unsee it sometimes. But like if you don't point it out, maybe I won't realize.
Yeah, so apparently it seems quite common because I also know like maybe 2 or 3 people who have lazy eye apart from me.
We all know someone else.
It's like 3 in 100.
Yeah, that's quite frequent.
Okay, so why does it happen? Normally, your eye receives light and transmits it as an electrical signal to the brain. This electrical signal is passed through the nerve fibers to the visual cortex. The visual cortex then processes that signal into an image, and that's what you see. However, lazy eye occurs when there are abnormal development of the visual pathways, which is why it usually happens during childhood. Eventually, one eye will be used less than the other. So when the brain receives poor information from that one eye, it stops communicating with that eye. And the brain will then rely on the information from the stronger eye, which I refer to as the master eye. And then the other one's the lazy eye. So there are a few reasons why one eye can be used more than the other. And I think some of these reasons are like the post-developmental stages, but usually it's diagnosed when you're as a child. So some is family history of amblyopia, which I am unsure of. I don't think my family has it, so I don't know why I have it. Drooping eyelids on one side, constant strabismus. Do you know what strabismus?
Come
Did you
again.
spell it?
Yeah.
strabismus.
No idea.
This is the turning of one eye, also known as crossed eye.
Oh.
So it can be crossed like inwards or outwards, and it's also like considered the same. Okay, so how is it diagnosed? So I went to ask my mom yesterday how I was diagnosed. And I was diagnosed during a routine developmental checkup when I was 3 years old.
Oh.
So she told me that in Singapore, when you register for a newborn baby for vaccination at the polyclinic, it follows up with other checks like developmental progress, and this also includes eye checkup. So thank you, Singapore.
Too bad, anti-vaxxers.
So the usual test will include reading off that same alphanumeric thing on the chart, which we always do for eye checkups. The big number to small number. I think it's that also. And then following a light with each eye, and then they'll check following the light of both eyes and see whether your eyes are working well, and probably other tests as well. So are there other symptoms when it comes to one having lazy eye? So for me, I was told that I unintentionally tilt my master eye nearer to the TV. But I think this is like after I was diagnosed lah. Then every time I'm watching TV, then they'll be like, don't tilt your head. And I'll be like, my head's tilted. Other early warning signs includes tendency to bump into objects on one side,
Oh no.
eyes that appear to not work together, double vision, squinting, and poor depth perception. So I want to ask y'all, because I personally don't think I have poor depth perception. At least now. I don't know if I had when I was young. I wouldn't know. I feel like now when I'm looking at things, I'm still using my master eye. Like I feel that my other eye is
Lazy.
in that sense.
Okay.
Oh, okay, wait. So that's about my eye.
Okay.
But about poor depth perception. So I don't know. You all know this test thing?
Oh, yes.
Where you like stick your 2 fingers
in front of
pointing to
you.
each other in front of you.
Do I need to look at my fingers?
Yes. It's a depth
I
perception.
should I don't know.
If you don't look,
they
then it's
want-
proprioception.
Okay.
I feel like I close my either eye and I can do it, but it might be just cause it's my hand, so I can match.
Mm-hmm.
But can you all do it?
Yeah, I can.
I feel like I can too. So they're saying that people with lazy eye cannot perceive that well.
When both eyes are open, right?
Yeah.
Because like right now, if I close one eye, my depth perception is bad because usually I'm so used to perceiving depth with both eyes.
Oh,
Right?
Yeah.
but I feel like I can do it. But maybe because like
One eye closed separately with both eyes.
it's the same.
Okay, it's very different for me.
Probably a spectrum kind of thing. Like maybe yours is not as severe as others.
Mine is managed.
Oh yeah. Or yours is managed. How are you with like ball games? Can you like catch balls and
I
all
think,
these
yeah.
things?
Yeah, I was
feel
in
like,
netball.
Yeah, I feel like probably isn't too big a deal for you.
Yeah. The last one is eyes wandering in or outwards. Apparently this happens to me today when I stare at something. Like maybe if I'm stoning or if I'm focusing very hard on my phone screen.
Okay.
So I don't know if I can do it now. I mean, it's not something I do, but like...
Whether or not it's a situation you can engineer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, cause...
I've seen you do it before.
Really?
I think so.
The eye moving?
Yeah. After like a few tries.
Did you tell me?
No. As in like you...
Oh, I showed you?
Yeah, you
in real
showed
life?
us. But we had to like wait.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so what I mean by this is like when I'm staring at something, basically my master eye remains staring at something, but my lazy eye drifts off to one side.
Wait, so what happens to the visual stimulus from the other eye? It just doesn't go to your brain?
Not sure. That's why I just feel like I'm always using my master eye. I'm not really using the other eye, even though I'm supposed to. Yeah.
I think typically we usually depend on one eye as well. That's why when
I have a dominant eye as well.
For like archery and
Shooting.
Oh, yeah.
shooting, you need to kind of determine which one is the one that you need to aim using.
Yeah, I always use the right eye.
Yeah.
Anyway. But yeah, I definitely have a dominant eye as well. And like it's most obvious to me at night when I'm reading on my phone. Like I realize when I'm sleeping on one side versus sleeping on the other side.
Yeah, same.
I'm using like the same eye, so it's usually my right eye. So if I'm sleeping on my right, then like I cannot squish my face on the pillow.
Same.
But if I'm sleeping on my left, then I can squish my face on the pillow because like, I'm not really using my left eye a lot, if that makes sense
Yeah,
to
it
people.
totally makes sense. Like the left eye will just be embedded in the pillow, it's fine.
Yes. But then if I'm sleeping on my right, then like I can't. I need to
you
like
have to tilt your face out of the pillow.
So that's when it's most obvious to me because sometimes I'll be sleeping on my left eye and then like I'll turn, then it will be a bit blurry. Yeah. And then I'll just use my right eye to focus. Probably not the best because my right eye index is higher. So
Doesn't happen to me.
yeah, I think for mine is like I use my right eye more, so I strain it more, so it has the higher index.
Yeah, okay. And that's one of my worry, but we can talk about that later. So let's talk about treatment for lazy eye after you've been diagnosed. So basically it's developmental and the earlier it's treated, the better. Some studies suggest you should get it treated by 7 to 8 years old and some studies say 17.
As in like completed or begin?
As in like they say once you pass the age, your treatment is not as effective.
Oh.
So you should get it treated by then.
Oh.
From the research I was doing, they say that treatment in later years, when you're in the adulthood, is also possible, but it may be more difficult to treat and will take more time. So how do they do treatment? So first option, the eye patch, the legendary eye patch. So when I was young, I had to wear an eye patch. Yeah, on my master eye.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
Yeah.
No, it's not cute. It's not the black one where you see in the movies. It's like just a gauze and then I put tape over it.
Why didn't they just give you an
why didn't they
iPad?
give you an
I
iPad?
don't know. I had to always bring around like this container with the gauze and tape.
Wouldn't the eye patch be cheaper?
I
Maybe it
have
doesn't
no
like
idea.
Press hard enough. Like, you need to
why do you need
fully
to press it?
close
You just
it.
need it to not open, right? Or like not be able to see.
I don't know.
Isn't it? Wait, isn't
I
that
don't
the point?
know.
Yeah.
You just cannot use that eye to see.
Yeah,
That's all.
correct.
So even if I open it and it's fully covered, I'm not using my right eye to see.
Yeah, it's still open.
I'm just trying to figure out why we're using the gauze.
Don't need the pressure.
Maybe my parents didn't want to buy the eye patch. Maybe they didn't
Or
want
maybe it
to.
didn't fit. maybe there isn't like
children's size?
I don't know.
Or maybe it's more hygienic, like, because you keep changing it.
Oh, yeah, fair.
Okay.
Especially something that's going to be in your eye.
So last time, I was quite embarrassed by it. I only wore it during childcare. That means it's like after school. I didn't wear it at school because I was scared people judge me.
Yeah, I guess kids are horrible.
Yeah. I just feel like, when you're young, then sometimes just...
Yeah, you get made fun of.
No,
all the
I get it.
stupidest things.
I didn't want to wear glasses when I was like diagnosed with myopia.
I think quite common in Singapore.
Glasses still quite common though.
Like, I mean, at least in Singapore, it was quite common. So like, it wasn't really...
I thought it was pretty cool.
Really?
Glasses?
Like some kids, they want to spoil their eyes to get glasses.
Who are these people?
I don't have. Or like rather like your parents tell you, don't spoil your eyes. Then they're like, I don't care lah. Like,
it's like, I'm a
just
rebel.
wear glasses only.
yeah, just wear. Yeah. So okay, patching the eye. We patch the master eye to force the lazy one to work. And it's actually very effective. Not sure what's the correct number of hours that you're supposed to wear it, but I think the longer the better. Okay, and then glasses or lenses if amblyopia is caused by near or far-sightedness or astigmatism. Personally, I remember wearing specs since I was 4 and had specs until I was in secondary school, but I stopped wearing specs. And I'll tell you why later. The third method is an eye drop. So apparently, there is an eye drop where you can put in the master eye and it blurs your vision, forcing the lazy eye to work. And I'm not sure why I wasn't given this eye drop, because that would be so much better. Like
Maybe they didn't have it at the time.
maybe.
But I feel like also, do you really, like, maybe later somehow it becomes permanent or something? I don't know.
Also, like, what if you
Feels a bit dangerous.
need to like use it? How do you like? Because if with the patch you just take it off, If you use the eye drop, then like how do you? Like, what if you really need to see suddenly?
Or like cannot
Like
focus.
emergency.
Yeah.
True. Okay, and lastly, it's surgery on the eye muscles if one has crossed eye. And I guess this is probably in the most serious case, because most of the time, treatment with an eye patch is like good enough. Okay, actually that's all. The rest is like my personal thoughts.
Yeah, okay.
So I just like to share some personal experience because I feel very privileged in that sense.
Privileged.
To have something I can share. And because these personal experiences are already not mentioned on like websites and articles. So the effects of an eye patch. As I mentioned, I was embarrassed. So I didn't wear eye patch to school. Not much was discussed on the social effects of this. Thankfully, I wasn't bullied at school or by anyone at childcare, whatever. But I also imagine like if you were diagnosed with lazy eye later, or if you develop lazy eye later in your life, how hard it would be to treat because you are more socially aware. Like, so maybe the eye drops, that's where the eye drops will come. Maybe for children, they're like, no, you wear eye patch. Adults give eye drop.
Actually, I think for adults, it's easier though. I don't know. That's my opinion.
As in, like, I think I'm less judgy as an adult,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Huh, but if you see an adult wear eye patch,
I mean, like, if
I'll
my
be
friends
like,
suddenly come in with an eye patch, I'll be like,
are you
are you okay?
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, it's just lazy eye. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
no,
Yeah.
but like in public.
Yeah, even more, I'll be like, hope that person's okay.
Oh,
Hope their treatment's going well.
True.
Or like, I wouldn't be too like, why is this person wearing a patch? So weird. I'll just be like, oh, it's probably something medical. Then
True. You wouldn't go up to them and be like, ha ha ha, you pirate or
Yeah,
something.
Yeah.
True.
I feel like it's more children and teenagers that do that.
But I get what Dorothy is saying. Like, you are more, the person who is wearing it might be more self-conscious.
Yeah, so if it's
Right,
now,
Yeah.
I wouldn't wear it for the whole time I'm in work. I'll just wear it at home. But that's like so short. And as you're older, I guess like you need to really spend more time because the treatment's already going to be slower.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Fair. I mean, if it's a big deal, it's a big deal, right?
Yeah.
I mean, to the person lah. Yeah.
But I think for that, then you should think about it from like what you say from other people's point of view.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's like heartening at least.
Yeah.
If I had to wear an eye patch, I'm like, oh yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say everyone would think like me, but like,
But I think it's like
empathetic people.
Yeah.
majority would be like, okay,
And
whatever.
and if someone else is judging me, then like, screw you. Like, I mean, it's on you. It's not on me.
exactly.
I'm just trying to like help myself.
Yeah.
Okay, the next thing I would like to share is about the eye checkups. So after being diagnosed, and as far as I can remember, every year, or I can't remember, probably every year, I would go to the hospital and get checked. And it was a very, very, very sad experience.
Why?
Because Mouse, okay, actually, I always make it sound very sad, but I feel like it's actually quite sad. So there will be a few tests that will be done. Like we have to go different rooms and then different machine, different doctors. Then I specifically remember one, they you know those eye machine, they make you rest your chin on something, then they make you find this thing. Then this doctor, he will always say, okay, find the Mickey Mouse, and then I'll find it damn hard, but there'll be no Mickey Mouse. It's only a tree on a green color background. Like. So I sort of look at that tree, but I'll always be trying to find a Mickey Mouse. Yeah, but I guess that's like how they deal with kids. So I don't okay. Why? It makes me stare into the machine, what?
It's sad to know that like you're supposed to do something but you can't.
Yeah.
It's limiting.
No, but there's no Mickey Mouse.
What?
There's no Mickey Mouse.
It's not that I cannot find it. There's no Mickey Mouse. It's just a tree.
They just want you to look into the thing. That's how they get you to look into it, because they're, I guess it's like, oh, if I ask the child to look at a tree, they won't look into the thing.
Yeah, why can't they just put a real Mickey Mouse?
Yeah, that's why if you can put a tree.
Maybe the developers did not like put a Mickey Mouse. Maybe got Disney copyright.
You get why it's like, why would you do that then?
I just think it's quite funny this one.
I feel so light to now by doctors.
That's what. Yeah. So weird.
Every year they ask me to find a Mickey Mouse. Okay, anyway. Then after this is okay. So in between, like, I can't remember how many eye drops they would put. Probably to help in the eye checkup and stuff. Not sure what kind of eye drops they are, but the sad part is, okay, last time we don't have phone. We had this thing called pad. Not the iPad, but some pad. Then I would play the bouncy ball game.
Like a tablet?
Tablet, small one, the small one, pocket size one. Black and white.
Game Boy?
Not Game Boy, from my dad lah. Last time I don't have phone ma. So then I always be like playing it, because you have to wait for the doctor, right? So he'll let me play. My dad will accompany me, he'll let me play. But as the time progressed, right, as they put more and more eye drops, right,
you can't play
I cannot
anymore.
see anymore. My vision becomes blurred, and then I cannot play. So what happened? I sit there and wait for the doctor. Then this blurred vision will happen will last for like up till the night.
Yeah.
And so I cannot do anything that day. And then I'll be damn sad, because as I'm walking home also, like as into the car or whatever, I don't know how to go home, I also cannot really see. Like it's a bit blur. Then my dad will buy for me Mr. Bean, the round colour pancake to calm me down. And then I'll go home and then I just cannot do anything. So this is the very sad part. So I remember very, very vividly, right? There was one night, I cannot do anything, right? I was like, okay, I help my parents fold clothes, since they're all folding clothes. And I couldn't even buckle the pants, the clip.
Yeah.
I couldn't clip it to fold it. So I was damn sad. It's like I couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
That's why it's very sad.
Oh no.
Just think how privileged we are to be sighted. Like people live like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's all sad, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. Okay, last thing is I remember that's why I said I had to wear specs. I was given specs until I was secondary school. Primary, secondary school, they have the annual eye checkup or something. So then my degree will always be on my lazy eye, it will always be about 120, max 200. I can't remember. And I would like to say I think for me, my lazy eye turned out to be a blessing in disguise, because my master eye has perfect eyesight, so I don't need specs to see. So actually I just choose not to wear the specs after that. Because I don't feel like when I wear the specs, I'm using the left eye either way. But also thankfully, the treatment was very early on, and so now it's a stable degree, I think. So it's a stable degree. So then we were talking about how we use one dominant eye to read the phone at night. Yeah, that's so what I'm very scared is if my master eye fails me one day, because I'm using it so much, if I don't take care of it by using the phone at night and stuff, using it too close to my face, then next time I probably have to wear specs.
Oh no lah.
I don't know. I don't know if it will maintain
It should in adulthood.
You mean your degree?
Yeah.
It should.
Yeah.
Because it's a developmental,
It's a developmental thing.
But then if you get the near farsightedness, it won't come later, man. And the astigmatism.
Farsightedness, it should apply to both eyes.
It's not cause of what I'm doing. It's more just
aging. Yeah.
I see. Okay, so conclusion is parents or guardians, please send your children for developmental checkups if you suspect anything. Go get them checked, especially for lazy eye. It's very treatable.
And as usual, subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Spotify. A like and a comment would really help us out.
You can also follow us on our social media, Instagram, Twitter or Facebook, and feel free to DM us any questions.
Alternatively, you can email us at thelabdoctors@gmail.com. We'll post the links in the episode description so you can check that out if you're interested. Thank you.
Bye.